Hello, I am studying for the New York City Site Safety Manager exam, and loading up my notes and listening to them helps me with my study process, so why not share? I sat in a 40-hour Site Safety Manager class and was given an exam at the end, and these are items of interest that need to be studied in order to sit for the exam. So I'm going to read the chapters. They're called Rules of the City of New York, also known as RCNY, and then the corresponding number as per the chapter. Chapter 1, Material and Equipment Application Procedures. Chapter 2, Boiler Inspections. Chapter 3, Vacant and Unguarded Buildings. Chapter 4, Certificate of Occupancy, Live Loads, and Occupancy Loads. Chapter 5, Concrete. Chapter 6, Cranes, which is a big chapter to know. Chapter 7, Installation and Maintenance of Vent Damper Devices in Existing Boilers and Furnaces. Chapter 8, Demolition. Chapter 9, Rigging Operations. Chapter 10, Drums for Derrick Load and Boom Hoist. Chapter 11, Elevators, Escalators, Personal Hoists, and Moving Walks. Chapter 12, Emergency Power Systems. Chapter 13, Adjudications. Chapter 14, Fees, the almighty fees. Chapter 15, Fire Protection, very important. Chapter 16, Inspection of Existing Structures During Construction Operations. Chapter 17, Testing Laboratories and Testing Services. Resistance, that jammed me up. Chapter 18, Resistance to Progressive Collapse Under Extreme Local Loads. Chapter 19, Master Plumbers and Licensed Fire Suppression Piping Contractors. Chapter 20, Piping Systems. Chapter 21, Plans. Chapter 22, Pressure Tanks. Chapter 23, Non-Commercial Greenhouses. Chapter 24, Refuse Chutes and Refuse Rooms. Chapter 25, Climber and Tower Crane Riggers. Chapter 26, Safety of Public and Property During Construction Operations. Chapter 27, Signs. Chapter 28, Smoke Detecting Devices and Systems and Carbon Monoxide Detecting Devices and Systems. Chapter 29, Sprinkler Systems. Chapter 30, Storage of Certain Waste Materials. Chapter 31, Suspension, Revocation, or Limitation of Registration. Chapter 32, Walls. Chapter 33, Exemption from Civil Penalties. Chapter 33, Electrical Code Rules, which would be a chapter important. The next 3 chapters would be important for my line of work. Chapter 35, Electrical Inspection. Chapter 36, Electrical Contractors. Chapter 37, Reference Standards. Chapter 38, Ventilation. Chapter 39, Cooling Towers and Evaporative Condensers. Chapter 40, Installation and Maintenance of Gas-Fueled Water and Space Heaters in all portions of dwellings used or occupied for living purposes. Chapter 41, Venting of Gas Water Heaters and Other Gas Appliances in Multiple Dwellings. Chapter 42, Entrance Doors, Locks, and Intercommunication Systems. Chapter 43, Installation of Security Items in Multiple Dwellings. Chapter 44, Exemptions from Filing Requirements. Chapter 45, Building Permit Application Procedures. Chapter 46, Authorized Representatives. Chapter 47, Licensed Oil Burning Equipment Installers. Chapter 48, Construction Superintendents. That, I believe, is an important chapter. Chapter 49, Outdoor Signs. Chapter 50, Distributed Energy Resource Standards. Chapter 51, Dormitories. Chapter 52, Notification to the Department of Commencement of Work pursuant to an earthwork permit. Chapter 100, Administration, that's a big chapter. Chapter 300, Use and Occupancy Classification. Chapter 400, Special Detailed Requirements based on Use and Occupancy. Chapter 900, Fire Protection Systems. Chapter 1000, Means of Egress. Chapter 1100, Accessibility. Chapter 3000, Elevators and Conveying Systems. This one is very important. Chapter 3300, Safeguards during Construction or Demolition. And I'm going to read out the sections. 3301-01, Construction Site Signs. 3301-02, Construction Superintendents. That was a test question on the 40-hour. 3301-3, Construction Worker Safety Information Signs. 3310-01, Site Safety. 3310-02, Concrete Safety Managers. 3314-01, Mass Climbing Work Platforms. 3314-02, Suspended Scaffold Training Requirements. 3316-01, Rigging Operations and Rigging Equipment. 3319-01, Cranes and Derricks. 3319-02, Lift Directors. 3320-01, Cableways. 3321-01, Construction Site Safety Training, SST. Now, on to Chapter 3500, Reference Standards. Chapter 3600, Appendices. Chapter 4000, Electrical Code. Chapter 5000, New York City Energy Conservation Code. Chapter 6000, Fuel Gas Code. Kind of what's being exhibited outside. Chapter 7000, Mechanical Code. Chapter 8000, Plumbing Code. And Chapter 9000, Zoning. I have more to come. Thank you.